Welcome back to Break Ring Podcast, except it's not a podcast, not a quiz, not a whatever you think it is, because we are back for BTR 2K vs. Season 2, Episode 1. And this, Parker, is make or break. Parker, how are you feeling? First episode of the new season, and it's a pay-per-view style one. We got 4 matches coming your way, and a new championship will be debuted. Parker, how's it going?
I'm feeling excited. New game, new season, ready to get stuff up, and I'm ready to crush you with my picks.
All right, so just as a little disclaimer, all of the past has been erased for Season 2. There's no current champion, and there are a few more new championships. One of them is only able to be competed for, but with that being said, we are starting off with the 8-man gauntlet, but there are some stipulations, Parker. The winner of this gauntlet match will receive the number 30 slot in the Royal Rumble later in the night to determine the inaugural Season 2 2K champion. The first pinned in this match, unluckily, becomes number 1 in the same Royal Rumble match. So without further ado, Parker, let's get into these picks. Now, I'm going to be a gentleman and let you take first pick.
Thank you. For the first pick for Season 2, I have to pick Joe Hendry.
He's in the game now. It only makes sense.
He's an official character. So
there
we have
he is. And as you can see, I'm clicking random, toggle AI, confirm.
There we go.
All right, with my first pick, we got a lot of the customs back. We got returning ones. We got the GOATs. 2 John Moxleys, depending on which one you're feeling. Found this one later. But call me selfish, call me fat. I know what I am, and that's a mark. I'm taking myself.
Okay. Give me CM Punk.
What version?
Give me 2013 Punk.
That's dangerous. All right. Let me get. You know what? Let me get him. Let me get the salt of the earth. Let me get MJ, the current AEW World Champion.
You know, I feel like I have to pick this person just because, you know, it's the first. Jonas did the same thing. Just give me myself. Give me Parker, man.
Wow, you're selfish. What a narcissist.
Or fat.
All right. Yeah, just give me Braun Breaker. Easiest pick of my life.
Give me Obafemi.
That's a great pick. That is, that's, don't know what that is, but that's a great pick, Parker, if I do say so myself. You know what? Let's give a little Darby treatment, as he did record us a little intro for the podcast, all thanks to Uncle Harry. Also, want to take a second here, wishing you the best, Uncle Harry. We love you, and we wish you the best. All right?
Yes, Uncle Harry.
All right, Parker. Let's get this match underway and see who these participants will be. Here we are at the beautiful Break the Ring Arena in Lowell, Massachusetts. We'll let Mike roam to the introduction.
The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, or disqualification. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner!
Let's see who the first entrant in the Gauntlet match will be. I think it's a custom. It could be Braun Breaker too. We do not have music.
That's what I'm thinking.
Is it the Badass?
It's looking like it.
It is, in fact, Braun Breaker. It is number 1 in this Gauntlet match. Now for the man who will be facing opposite for this first matchup.
Oh.
They're singing along! He doesn't have that championship anymore. So, yo.
From Edinburgh, Scotland.
You know, it is very weird seeing the JH logo. I thought that was really strange because I'm used to seeing the JP recently.
That's funny.
Joe better not be the first entrant, dude. Oh my god. One of these men are going to be the first entrant in the inaugural Rumble.
That is true. Could be a replay of this year's, Royal Rumble where Braun Breaker's #1. Or it could be Parker's Nightmare and Joe Hendry's #1. Nice little lockup between the two superstars here. This is Joe Hendry's first appearance as a legitimate character in 2K in the 2K-verse. This is, I believe Parker, that Braun Breaker is a former contender for the championship, but never won the BTR 2K championship.
No, he hasn't. Joe Hendry has won it.
He has.
Under your pick.
Under my supervision.
Braun's seemingly killing him.
Joe Hendry's trying to get back in this fight, but Braun Breaker is too powerful. This is not a great look for your GOAT, Parker. I can't lie.
It's not looking great now.
Braun Breaker now hanging his skull off the rope, choking him. Ref doesn't stop it. Lets it go. Braun Breaker now was choked. Oh, takes out the knee instead. Braun looking for some sort of power slam. Joe now taking the fight back to Breaker. Picks him up. That's Valley Driver. Big offense here from Hendry. Putting in the work.
I like the turnbuckles.
I know. Pretty nice touch, huh?
Yeah.
Picks him up. Joe now power bomb. Got to get Breaker away from those ropes if he's going to look for a pin attempt. He gets stopped by the jawbreaker. Breaker now double leg with a roll up. Down a 2 for Hendry. That was very close to a #1 spot in the Royal Rumble. Now, Parker, #1 isn't the worst spot because you're going to be flowed up. You're going to be great, but it's not the best. That's for sure. There's some spots that have never been won from, and #1 has been won maybe, like 3 times? It's more common than you think. Joe now in the corner with the belly to Breaker. Rhea did, Cody did.
Cody?
Yeah, didn't it?
He won from 30.
I don't know. Braun Breaker now looking fired up. Could he be looking for the spear that everybody hears around the world? Irish whip canceled into a shoulder block there. Joe says, "Nah." Gets back up with the headlock. Back and forth go the technicians. A kick to the stomach. Braun sets Joe up for a power bomb of his own. Breaker now has his sights set on the #1 spot for Joe Hendry with the spear. Cover now. 1, 2, 3. Joe Hendry will be #1 in the Royal Rumble match to determine the inaugural 2K champion. #3, CM Punk 2013. This is another member of Parker's faction at this point. Alright, pal. Can you speed it up a little bit? It's a little awkward here. Alright. 2 men who have fought for a world title in their own right in the real world, now looking to fight for the #30 spot for the 2K title. Punk won the match in real life. But this is the 2K verse. This has any means possible. Punk looking to close it out earlier, calling for a go to sleep. Don't think he's really going to do it. Think he's bluffing. Irish whip sends Breaker to the ropes. He ducks down. Leapfrog. And a big kick to the face of Breaker. Parker, how you feeling about Hendry being number one? Been quiet.
You know, I'm not obviously not that happy, but anything is possible. And I have confidence, and I believe that Joey has a chance of winning one of these.
Punk picks Breaker up with a brainbuster. Now heading to the top rope for a big old frog splash from the Second City State. Cover now. Kick out by 2.
The thing that sucks about these Gauntlet matches is that being one of the first two, you have a very, very low chance of winning.
That is true.
Because you're fighting 7 other people, and if you win, you have to be more athletic than all of them.
Punk looks for the Pepsi twist. Really heating up here. My bad, commentator's curse. Breaker takes back the fight. Hoists him up for the power bomb. Taking the straps down, Parker. This is not looking good for Phil. Breaker hoists him over the shoulders. The gut check. Cover. Punk kicks at 2, just barely. Breaker looking a little angry that he kicked out here. Now setting him up for the most devastating spear in the business. Does not connect. Shades of Monday Night Raw from June 8th or whatever it was. Breaker's back in the corner. Punk and Breaker trading blows now. This is a pivotal moment in this one-on-one matchup here. Breaker a little dazed.
Punk's midsection must be hurting since that gut buster.
That was brutal. Punk, though, looking good in this striking exchange. That's the final hit off that big roundhouse. On the outside now. Going for a springboard. Clothesline connects. Punk is fired up in this Gauntlet match. Really taking control here. Brings Breaker over to the corner. Smashes his face into the turnbuckle. We might have some color here, Parker. The running knee connects, followed by the Bulldog.
This is where we can see some color from Breaker.
Punk now eager to put Breaker to sleep. Breaker stops the attempt. A couple punches to the midsection sets them apart.
He is just relentless. He will not let anything stop him.
That is true. Punk now going face first into turnbuckle. Breaker, opposite of him, hits a running clothesline, sending Punk to the ground. Cover now by Breaker. Kick out at 1 by Punk. Now a kick to the face. And a float over neck breaker shifts the tide back in favor of the Second City Saint. Back on the apron is Punk.
Better than Jay.
That is true. Could be looking for another springboard. Clothesline connects for the second time.
Those are brutal.
But Breaker's back up. Sends Punk off the ropes. DDT from Punk out of nowhere. Punk now back to the apron. Looking for the third springboard. Clothesline connects.
The trifecta.
Brings Breaker back up. Sending him face first on the turnbuckle here. Looking for the patented running knee. Does not connect. Now Breaker unloading onto Punk. Finishing off with a big suplex. You can tell that Breaker's body is wearing down. That's the disadvantage of starting out these matches, Parker. He hit that suplex onto Punk, but it hurt him just as bad with that back.
Dude, both their midsections are taking lots of damage.
Breaker now with the back body drop. Punk, smart move, steps out of the ring for a second. On the apron, Punk thrown back into the ring by Breaker. Dodges the punch. Spear from Breaker out of nowhere. That's gotta be it. Get down at 2! My God, Parker. We are kicking off Season 2 of BTR 2K First with a banger, and this match is only a fourth of the way complete. Irish whip from Punk. Dodges again. The big clothesline from Breaker. Punk doesn't know where he is, but Braun Breaker knows exactly where the spear lands. Cover from Breaker, and he advances. Wow! That was a main event matchup in its own, and Parker, we still got 4 more participants, and next up is MJF. This match in real life would probably be amazing. 2 youngsters who don't know how to stop in a good way. MJF, the current AEW World Champion, making his way into the ring with a big clothesline from Breaker to start things off. Not looking so hot here for MJF. Parker, how you feeling? Braun Breaker's already run through half of your team.
Man, I'm not feeling good. What I am happy about is that
up to the top here, Breaker with the Frankensteiner onto MJF.
Even though 2 of my guys have been eliminated, I do know after this, one of your guys will be eliminated and one of the other will be severely damaged.
That is true.
And if we can hope that one of mine is the last entrant, then, and I feel like the last 2 might be the 2 strongest in my team.
Breaker slams MJF back to the mat, already putting in so much damage. A random moonsault out of nowhere. Max sweeps the leg, trying to take control back in this matchup. But Breaker says, nah, and just fights even harder than he had before. The belly-to-belly suplex connects to Max, not looking so hot for the salt of the earth. Breaker to the middle rope with a big double axe handle.
MJF's not looking good. Looking like he's already been pretty beat up.
Now with that front face lock, really working the neck of MJF here. Look at this technical masterpiece of a wrestler we have in Braun Breaker, just hoisting up the fully grown man, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. The big shoulder block from Breaker. MJF's not afraid to get back in the ring. He reverses the Irish whip attempt with a big kitchen sink. Now on the top rope, Max looking for the elbow drop. Connects.
Could this be the end of Braun Breaker's reign?
Max really looking to inflict damage. If you know one thing about Max, that is that he loved his enemy to feel pain. Hoists up Breaker, looking for a powerbomb. No, on the shoulders. Face first onto the rope is Breaker, looking dazed here. Max locking in the figure 4 leg lock. Will Braun tap or pass out? He reverses the pressure back onto Max. Now, this might not look crazy, but that does do some crazy amount of damage to the legs of MJF. Although it's just flipping over simply, it does a lot of damage. Breaker now off the ropes, dodges the clothesline. Big Steiner liner. And just like that, Parker, the match is back in the hands of Braun Breaker with the spear. Could this be it? Cover. Wow. Just like that, Braun Breaker eliminates MJF. Number 5 here, Darby Allin.
Yes.
This would be another amazing matchup here.
This would. I'm very happy with this because now I know I have 2 people left. And you have You still have 2, but
Yes,
one of yours...
but Parker, if I may interrupt you. A brief message from Darby Allin. All right. Thank you, Darby, for that paid promo. We are back here in the 2K verse. Had to do a little jump to the real world. And we're back with Braun Breaker taking on Darby Allin in this Gauntlet match. The winner, number 30, in the Royal Rumble to determine the inaugural BTR 2K champion. We already had Joe Hendry get pinned first. He will be number 1 in that Royal Rumble.
You know, I was saying earlier, winning from the 1 or 2 spot in a Gauntlet match is not easy. But Braun is making it look incredibly easy how fast he just destroyed MJF.
No, oh, it's because it was off for too long. A second. All right, 3, 2, 1. Minor interruption there. My apologies. Darby sweeps the leg of Breaker. Now on the top rope. Darby not afraid of heights. The cannonball onto Breaker connects. Darby now Irish whips Breaker, but he reverses it into the corner. Goes Allin. Elbow to the throat. Does not feel so good for Breaker.
I can't imagine Breaker's looking or thinking straight at all. I mean, he's been taking so much damage. Took out 2 knees to the face. He took 3 clotheslines. So, moonsault clotheslines, so, you know, who else?
Parker, I gotta agree with you, but I think we can also agree that a more lunatic version of Braun Breaker is more dangerous than a sane version. The man's already insane when he is normal. Now he just smells the blood in the water, wants that number 30 position, and wants the BTR 2K title. Cover here onto Darby. Kick out at 2. Also, if we forgot to mention, all of the participants in this match will also be in the Royal Rumble match, but the first pinned and the winner have a set place.
The rest will be random as usual.
That's true. Darby now wrenches Braun all the way up in the air. That was a crazy amount of power and force. Darby now with the big tornado DDT, now into a stun dog millionaire. Wow.
That was beautiful. Wow.
1,
Just be it for Braun.
2. Kick out at 2 by Breaker. I gotta say, Darby's putting up a big fight here. And if there's one thing we know about Darby, it's that he does never give up, and that is his patented coffin drop. Could this be it? The end of Breaker in this Gauntlet match? It is. Darby does the impossible once again, and takes out the ruler of this Gauntlet match as the ruler Obafemi makes his way to the ring. And Parker, if I can be so honest, this match in real life would feed generations.
This would be beautiful.
Alright, Darby and Obafemi squaring off here. The technician side of Darby's been really shining throughout this match. Really what got him that win over Breaker in that small part. Darby misses the hip attack. Now, classic David and Goliath story here. Oba's not going to give up, and neither is Darby. You can just see the strength of Oba is immaculate, but Darby's persistence might just be stronger. The double leg and the roll-up. 1. Kick out at 1, reversed by Darby. Kick out at 0, another reversal. Another reversal. Another reversal. Kick out at 1 by Darby.
A lot of
back and forth there.
It's not easy to kick your legs up, especially when you have a 300, almost probably 350-pound monster just pressing you down as hard as you can.
Now, official's gonna have to break this one up. Oba takes the cheap shot. Darby now has been in control for most of this matchup, and things are starting to go his way in this entire match. Off the middle rope, the big kick connects, the Insecurity. Cover onto Femi. Kicks at 1. What will it take to keep Oba down? Just as challenging as Breaker, and Breaker was brutally damaged when Darby got in this ring. That clothesline from Darby really cementing his victory. But Oba...
Darby's doing much better than I had expected him to do, especially when I saw Oba come out.
Oba now with a brutal knee to the head. Into the corner goes Darby. Oba with a big uppercut. Nearly knocks his head off his shoulders. The elbow drop to solidify the damage. Oba now rising up. Darby Allin. Darby reverses the maneuver into the Stun Dog Millionaire. Darby now back to the top rope. Could it be time for the patented coffin drop? Connects.
Oh my God.
Cover onto Femi. Oba Femi has been eliminated by Darby Allin. A feat of immaculate pressure. And at number 7 is myself, GTS Jonas.
Nice. So you know who, if you
know who's last.
Darby, you know who's last.
That can't. I'm gonna come out of kayfabe here. That would be kind of crazy. All right, back into it. All right. Myself and Darby Allin going at it. Darby, I love your work, and I love what you did for us because of Uncle Harry's help. But it's strictly business when it comes to this ring. Darby already up on the top rope. A coffin drop connects right out the gate. Could this be it? Cover onto myself. Kick out at 2 by myself. Darby sends me into the ropes. It's the little leg drop. Or leg chop.
Really quick.
On the apron, Darby. Springboard. Ope. Kicks to the back of the neck of Jonas. Fighting back, though, with the kick to the head of Darby. Running Darby into the ropes. Picking him up. Right across that top rope. And those ropes are not soft, Parker. Cover now onto Darby. Kick out at 1.
As you think they are on TV.
But you know who is bouncy, and that's Siobhan Evans. And he is amazing.
Bouncy.
Darby now working the arm of Jonas just like he has in the past couple opponents he's fought. Now looking for an armbar submission type maneuver reversed by Jonas. Tosses Darby across the ring. Chop across the chest. You can hear it in the nosebleeds. Off the ropes. Pushes off the attack. Strikes out of nowhere. Connects. And he goes for the cover. Kick out at 1 by Jonas.
Wow,
now Darby off the top rope. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what that was, but it was beautiful. Now back up to the middle rope, and a splash misses. Darby kick to the midsection. The code red connects. Back to the top rope. Place where Darby's super comfortable. The coffin drop misses. Off. No. Oh my gosh. Now with the suplex. You can see the damage that's been done to my back. Darby really good at working his opponents.
I think Darby focuses on not only damaging his opponents, but also powering them out as much as he can.
Yeah, body slam, and I'm feeling good in the middle of the ring. Kick to the midsection, does not connect as Darby grabs the boot. Dodges the lock-up attempt. Couple of kicks. Could it be time for the Miss Cutter connects? The Darby says, no, I'm back in this. The fighting spirit of a champion. In the corner now. The hip attack connects. The roll. Now stomping on the chest. Darby quickly taking this match back into his hands. On the apron is Jonas. Darby fighting from the inside out. Falls off the apron. Could Darby be looking for a high-risk, high-reward maneuver? The tope misses!
First opponents have gone to the outside of the ring.
That is true. Back in the ring, says Jonas, because I like strictly professional wrestling, just saying. Off the middle rope. The moonsault does not connect. Darby got up before it could connect.
That could be a mistake.
Now, the inverted DDT. From the ropes. Off the middle rope. The coffin drop connects. Now off the top rope. A second coffin drop connects. Cover now by Darby. Kick out at 2. The double stomp to the chest. Catches the boots. Dragon screw. Off the middle rope. The moonsault connects this time. Jonas now sizing up Darby Allin. Up on the shoulders. Could it be time for the GTS? Cover by Jonas. 1, 2. Kick out by Darby. Just barely stays in this matchup.
I will say, I think this is the best sequence from 2 opponents we've had this match.
Knee strike in the corner. Takes Darby to the corner now. Face first into the turnbuckle. The running knee connects, followed by the Bulldog. Shades of the Goat. Oh, the Bulldog does not connect. Darby shoves off the attempt and sends Jonas into the turnbuckle. Now Darby misses the attempt for the powered slam and gets hit with an inverted DDT. And Jonas is feeling good once again, powered up. Wrenches the arm back. Could it be time for the Pepsi twist?
This match just feels like reversal after reversal.
Cover
He's struggling.
by Jonas. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, Parker.
Here we go.
You know what this means. To determine the number 30 spot in the BTR inaugural championship Royal Rumble match, it is Parker versus Jonas. You couldn't write it better. And we didn't even write this. This is pure fate by the engine. My God, I am tired and Parker is fresh. Out the gate, Irish whip into the corner. The running knee does not connect. Kick to the stomach. Parker now hoists Jonas up. That's no easy effort. Sending Jonas face first into the turnbuckle. Boot to the midsection does not connect as I fight back. Punch to the midsection. Taking a hold of Jonas. Sending him into the turnbuckle. A big elbow. Followed by a second. Sends Jonas crashing to the floor. An early cover here for Parker. And that's it.
Wow.
Parker got the clean sweep in the last matchup after everything Jonas had been through. That war with Darby Allin left Parker with a clean 1, 2, 3. Now, don't forget, all 8 men are in the Royal Rumble match in the main event, but Joe Hendry enters at 1 and Parker at 30.
I could have seen that coming too.
Parker, our next matchup. We're pulling a triple duty at this point. We've got a tag team championship match against Stash Club Wrestling for the debut of the Wrestling Podcast Tag Team Championships. So because of some issues we had while we're trying to film the last match of Make or Break, we are deciding to put out the event in 3 parts. This is the first part, obviously. Next week, you'll be getting part 2, which includes 2 matchups, that being the first time that you will ever see the Podcast Wrestling Tag Team Championships, where Stash Club Wrestling will fight Break the Ring for the inaugural championships. We'll also have a ladder match to determine the first ever Make or Break contract holder. They will win a briefcase that inside holds a contract that can be cashed in any place or anytime for a BTR 2K title match. And in part 3, you will see the Royal Rumble match to determine the first ever Season 2 BTR 2K champion. Joe Hendry enters at number 1 and Parker enters at 30. We will see you next week and hopefully the following for part 2 and part 3 of Make or Break.